We have with us a gentleman by the name of Baba Brinkman, and he's going to come up and do a rap on the subjects that we're dealing with.
Thanks for... Hello, is this on? Thanks for including me in this event. I've been to the Center for Ethical Culture, Stuart, that you described, and have done rap performances there as well. And as a secular person myself, I did want to find some common ground here. So I was very inspired by His Holiness St. Francis's epistle, Laudato Si, and I was wondering what it would sound like if Pope Francis had been a rapper in his younger years and decided to...
I do have to say, since we just created the slide with your background music, I'm not sure it's going to work. I haven't tried it from here, but
okay,
if not, then you're a cappella.
If not, I'll go a cappella, but hopefully we'll get the the backing music in the slide. So I attempted a hip-hop interpretation of the Pope's encyclical, and I'm going to, with all due respect, do my best impression of the Pope if he were a rapper. So let's see if this will play.
It's working.
En viro Christo Domino climato Deus ex machina, etc. Laudato Si. Praise God the Creator, Laudato Si. These techno-capitalists don't want to mess with me. They just picked an epic rap battle of history. They're trying to defend carbon. Well, I'm the Holy See, I'm the Pope. This world is a paradise, and we're degrading it with our dominant technocratic paradigm. It's time for an ecological conversion. I'm as sure of that as I'm sure the Lord was born of a virgin. This earth is our home. There's nowhere else to go. We're worshiping a false god called unlimited growth. We're poisoning the oceans and the air with carbon. We're making a golden calf out of the free market. This earth is our home. We're created out of its dust. If we don't put limits on appetites, they diminish us. The root cause of global warming and inequality is rampant consumerism, spiritual poverty. I'm the first pope with the sense of rhythm. At the heart of my faith is environmentalism. As a Christian, I can say that today's market fundamentalism is worse than any fundamentalism found in religion. But radical change is coming. Stop ignoring the problem. The most prosperous are destroying the global commons, while the most vulnerable watch as the sea level rises. That's a sure path to mutual destruction and violence. Anything less than a total shift in mentality is nothing less than selling our collective soul for a salary. Worshipping gold is a fallacy. Stop asking for more. Stop feeding your addictions off of the backs of the poor. It's a moral imperative to step back from self-destruction and reform the whole system of production and consumption. Rich countries owe poor countries an ecological debt. They block international action out of national interest. Selfish individual consumers driven by greed. Selfish companies fight to protect their subsidies. Selfish countries driven by economic development. Whatever we do next, history is going to remember it. And don't trust market solutions like cap and trade. That's a trick to keep polluting, even if you have to pay. And those who say we need population control are dodging. We could feed 10 billion easily with greater equality. It's not about government policy. It's about changing consciousness. No technocratic fix for sustained obnoxiousness. These aren't just my views. They're also Jesus's. We need to protect nature, y'all, and also fetuses. I had to slip that in case you forgot I was Catholic, but mostly we're protecting the poor from the affluent and protecting this earth, our common home, from the tyranny of unlimited economic growth. So point to the sky where the carbon is accumulating. Point to the ground where the carbon needs to stay. Point to the left where our political future lies. Point to the right, which is resistant to change. Come on, everybody, point to the sky where the carbon is accumulating. Point to the ground where the carbon needs to stay. Point to the left, or your left, where our future lies. And point to the right, which is resistant to change. Faster now, point to the sky, and point to the ground, and point to the left, and point to the right. Faster again, point to the sky, point to the ground, point to the left, point to the right. Laudato Si. Thank you.
Wow. I don't know if I was prepared for that. You all seem to have enjoyed it, and I don't think it's stepped on anyone's orthodox toes. So thank you. Thank you. Those really were tweets from, you didn't simulate those tweets?
I should clarify that. I wanted to represent how the Pope was summarizing Laudato Si in his tweets, but if I had put his exact words in the tweets, it would have created too much cognitive dissonance while listening to the rap.
Okay.
So I paraphrased the Pope's tweets, but each of those tweets are based on something that he actually said in Laudato Si or placed on Twitter, and I can show people, if they're interested, the sort of interpretations I did, and I think they're fair and accurate representing his views.
Thank you. That was mind-blowing. Thank you.